What the hey, what's up, y'all? What is up, y'all? What the hell is going on? It's crazy, y'all. The presidential election is finally, finally, finally over. Woo! Just when we thought we could breathe a sigh of relief, we still have a couple of key races to pay attention to. But just like you, I'm trying to figure out what in the hell is going on. Whew, all right. It has been a long 2 weeks. I had to take election week off, y'all, because I was traveling. I was on the ground. I was in Savannah on the ground, waiting to see some of the candidates who I was back in. If they were going to win their races, and I had to check on my Savannah house, y'all. But wow, can you guys believe it? Yo, Georgia turned blue. Can I hear it for the Dems though? The Dems, y'all did that. Y'all did that. Georgia is blue. I got a really good show tonight for you. It's been a couple of weeks, and I'm glad I'm glad I did a repeat last week because so much mayhem and craziness has been going on in the country that we've just needed, a reprieve. We needed a reprieve to see what was gonna happen. I think we all knew that Biden was going to win, but some of us were really, really afraid, and we were really afraid. We were worried that Trump was going to snatch it. They had us thinking that they were going to snatch it, but as it turns out, he did not. He has pissed enough people off all over the globe to have lost. And I want to do a special shout out to Paula White. We're going to talk about her tonight, but let's get right on into the show without further ado. I got a great show tonight. We're going to talk about how Joe Biden clinched it, what that electoral college do, y'all. Got it. We're going to talk about what the hell is wrong with Paula White. Did y'all see that prayer? I'm going to try to find that video tonight. I'm going to show you guys. If you guys did not catch Paula White, she is a mega televangelist, cute little blonde. She preaches in her cute little leggings and boots, and she looks like every bit of a Karen, but she's the president's spiritual advisor. She calls on African and South American angels in a prayer for Donald Trump. I'm gonna play that video for y'all tonight. If you have not seen it, you will see it tonight right here on the Air Scott Live show. Oh my God, what does it mean? Georgia is at the center of the political universe. Listen, there are 2 Senate seats in a runoff right now. We have a historic election, a historic vote. For the first time in the last 28 years, a Democrat has won Georgia. Now we got Joe. Joe won Georgia. Georgia's blue. Georgia is blue. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Stacey Abrams. She ran the most robust ground game, one of the most robust get out the vote campaigns, and that all that has paid dividends 24 months down the line. So Georgia's blue. It's not purple. It's not purple. It's blue, y'all. Perfect storm for Democratic control in the Senate. You guys know there's 50 Republicans in the Senate, right? We've got 48 Democrats in the Senate now with 2 seats in a runoff. We have the chance to have 50-50 Democrat Republican with neither one of the 2 major parties having a majority. We've got 2 independent senators, one from Vermont, which is Bernie Sanders, the other one from Maine. Forgive me, that gentleman's name escapes me, but Maine and Vermont are the 2 independents. Hey, y'all been talking crazy. Listen, I've been talking about doing a Black agenda using some Black independent candidates. Imagine if Black agenda focused candidates were the tiebreakers. We're the tiebreakers. Now, come on, think about it, y'all. Y'all not strategizing right. The second thing is, let's see what else we're going to talk about tonight. Oh, look, they trying to expand the stand your ground laws in Florida. What the hell does that mean? What they trying to do? They trying to make it legal for more people to shoot more people? Ooh, that's a whole other story. I'm going to find that story tonight. We're going to talk about that a little bit tonight, too. The whole country's looking at Georgia And guess what? Meanwhile, the alt-right, ultra-conservative Republicans are heading right on over to this Parler app. Have you guys seen Parler? Parler. It's a new social media platform, and they are wilding out over there, y'all. They wilding out. It's crazy. They are over there. They have planned. There's millions of people on this Parler app. They are the conservatives, the alt-right conservatives who can't just, spew hate speech and say what the hell they want to say and talk about these QAnon conspiracies. They are leaving Facebook by the droves and going over to Parler. And when I tell you, it is a cesspool of alt-right mania, Lord have mercy. I see the true alt-right people, the true conservatives. Then there's everybody on the fringe. And then there's the Proud Boys. Y'all heard about the Proud Boys? They planned a million MAGA march. Yes, you can breathe easier now. I bet you can. I bet you can. I bet you can. They're planning a million MAGA march in DC tomorrow. A million MAGA march. Now, listen, they always talking about the Nation of Islam, but don't they copy off every damn thing they do? They sure copy off us a lot. When the last time you seen white folks marching? That's a black people thing. We march. How y'all marching and shit now? Oh, Lord, y'all, they just copy everything. Yes, Georgia is a battleground state. Who would have believed it 4 years ago? Nobody. And you are so right, Mr. Sermons. Unless we win those 2 seats, it is still an uphill battle. You are absolutely right. We got to win them, y'all. Georgia has got to just be blanketed in blue for us to win those 2 seats. And I think we can pull it off. But yep, that's it. Parler, they are acting up. You live in Florida, the governor? Yeah, the governor. He's over there wilding out. He is trying to expand the stand your ground laws. It is scary. Parler, y'all, is crazy. What's up with Trump not conceding? Trump is not conceding. I listen. This man, he is crazy. I want to know what this means. Hey, look, we're going to get some stuff up. He refuses to concede the election, and he is firing people. What in the hell is going on with that? Trump refuses to concede. If you ask me, I think these are dictator moves. He fired the National Defense Secretary, Mark Esper. Listen, for those of you who don't understand the significance of the Mark Esper being fired, let me get it up for you. Just give me 1 second. This guy, let me tell you, he fired, the Secretary of Defense. I'm going to share my screen here in just a second for you guys. He fired the Secretary of Defense. What people are not understanding about this is that, listen, here we go. We're going to get this up for y'all. All the stuff. See, I'm trying to be, I'm being lazy now. And I'm not doing my captions like I used to. Look, he fired Mark Esper, and this guy was responsible. He had promoted the changing of the military bases. He supported, along with the Secretary of the Army. They both got together and supported the removal. We got advertisements going on over there now. We're gonna get that off of there. They supported the removal of Confederate officer names from U.S. military bases. Yes, Mark Esper and the Secretary of the Army both supported removing Confederate soldiers' names from military bases. So what does that tell you? What does that tell you? What does that tell you about Trump? He is placating white supremacists and white racists. He's supporting white racists. Um, this is crazy, but we're gonna get deeper into that. For now, let's talk about this today. Awesome, awesome, awesome news. Check it out. You ready? I'm gonna share it with you now. Hold on just a second. Let me get it up. And this is crazy. Not only did Joe Biden win, but he's at 306 electoral college votes. Yes, he won the popular vote by more than 5 million, and he has clinched the majority of the electoral college votes. So guess what? It doesn't matter if Trump wins any of those other states that he's filing suit in. Can we turn the heater off in here in the studio, folks? It doesn't matter if Trump wins any of those other states. He's look at me. I'm on my screen twice. Hold on now. Hold on. You know I'm a one-woman show. Give me just a second. It doesn't matter if he wins any of those other states. Joe's got it, y'all. Joe has it. So check this out. Joe's declared today. He was declared winner in Georgia. They did a recount, and they did a recount, and they've done an audit. Listen, Trump, you're not getting Georgia back. You're not getting Georgia back. Joe Biden has been declared the presumptive winner in Georgia in a shocking change of the Peachtree State's political heart. According to NBC, ABC, and CNN, the state is conducting a hand recount due to the tight result. Biden is up by at least 14,000. That's not a lot, y'all. That is not a lot. Biden is only up by 14,000. So what does that mean? What has to happen in Georgia is the Democrats got to get everybody back. The Democrats got to get everybody back. Everybody's got to get back out to the polls. It is germane that the Democrats get everybody back to the polls, because this is going to be a tight one, y'all. 14,000 is not 14,000 is just not that. It's not that many. It's not that many. We've got to make sure that we get, thank you so much for that, Ivan Cohen. Angus Stanley King Jr., he's the independent from Maine. I appreciate that. He is the other independent along with Senator Bernie Sanders. But 14,000 points is just not a lot. We're going to have to get everybody back to the polls post haste, or we're going to lose it. This is the most important election in almost U.S. history in the past 30 years. It's the most important election in the past 30 years. This is big, big stuff, y'all. Y'all think folks are playing, but with the time, thank you for that time check. The time is now for everybody in Georgia. And listen, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money pouring into Georgia. It's a lot of money pouring into Georgia. The question is, let's see, it's a lot of money pouring in, but the question is, who's getting that money? Who's getting paid? I want to know who's getting paid. There's a lot of money pouring into Georgia. Who's getting paid? The Republicans have declared that they're going to spend somewhere upwards of $500 million to get Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue reelected. And, Dems have never been able to raise that much money, but Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, they're going to have to get to it. I mean, they're going to need to raise money, the likes of Obama's campaign. Seriously, they're going to need to raise money. This is supposed to be, the woo. Yeah, they now with everything has been audited, y'all. Everything has been audited. So the second Georgia Senate race between GOP Senator David Perdue and John Ossoff is going to go to a runoff, along with the race between Republican Senator. That is a special election between Reverend Raphael Warnock. For those of you who are not in Georgia, Reverend Raphael Warnock is the pastor at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. That is Martin Luther King's church. For those of you, that was his church. And so Reverend Raphael Warnock is a part of, some black legacy, black royalty in Georgia. This is historic. Now, I want to tell you, I want to share with you just a little tidbit of history you guys may not be aware of. Georgia is home to, let me get this up here so you guys can understand exactly where I'm going with this. Georgia is an old hotbed Confederate state. Georgia was home to Alexander Stephens. Hang on, look, I can't spell because look, they don't pay me enough. They don't pay me at all. Georgia is home to Alexander Stephens. Alexander Stephens was the vice president of the Confederacy. Yeah, he was the vice president of the Confederate States of America. He is the impetus behind the kickoff of the Civil War. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Does anybody have that date for me for the Cornerstone speech? The Cornerstone speech. Let me see if I can look that up for you guys right now. The Cornerstone speech. Cornerstone speech was held March 21st, 1861, at the Athenaeum, which was a theater in Savannah, Georgia. Now, yeah, y'all ready? Are y'all ready for this little piece of little known black history, or shall we say racist history? But listen to this. Alexander Stephens gave the Cornerstone speech on March 21st, 1861. At such time, at that speech is where they declared that the Negro was inferior to the white man. He emphatically said it. So for those historians who tried to say that the Civil War wasn't fought because of slavery, listen, history and the facts say something different. So Alexander Stephens gave that speech in Savannah. 2 weeks later, Confederate soldiers fired upon Union soldiers at Fort Sumter, kicking off the American Civil War. Yes, all this happened. Now, you ready for the creepy part? Or it's not the creepy part, the divine providence part? Raphael Warnock is a native of Savannah, Georgia. Do you think it's a coincidence that Georgia is now the center of a revolution in our political landscape right now? That's amazing, isn't it? Isn't that amazing? So Raphael Warnock would grow up in the projects, dirt poor, and go on to be the head pastor at Martin Luther King's church in Atlanta. Then he would run for office. That's right, it was a prison colony. And yes, these sentences are bigger than just, but the significance of Raphael Warnock being a Savannah native and then being the pastor of Martin Luther King's church, going on to be in one of the most historic Senate races against Republicans. Now, people want to argue and say that, the Republican Party was the party that was for the abolishment of slavery. You listen, yes, the base and the ideologies of the parties were very, very different. They were very different back then. They were very different. So let's not argue that stuff. We get it. We get it. They just keep switching. They keep the ideological differences in the parties keep switching. So it doesn't matter that the Republicans were the party of Lincoln. That doesn't matter. What matters is now. We can't live and do anything in the 1860s any more than we can in 2019, right? We can't go back to going to see movies in the movie theater because of COVID. So let's live right here. Let's live right here, right now. So the significance that the vice president of the Confederacy would give a speech declaring that Black people, Africans, were inferior to white people. What, about 400 years ago, right? We literally almost 400 years ago, exactly. And now a descendant of Africans in Savannah moved his way on up the chain and became the pastor of Martin Luther King's church and is now running to be one of the senators from Georgia. Now, here's the beautiful thing about all of that. We really won't have a junior and a senior senator from Georgia. Most states have a junior and a senior senator because the terms are staggered for re-election, but not this time. They're going to be on even ground, and they're going to create a 50-50 split for Democrats and Republicans. Now, you ready for the second amazing thing, the second divine providential significance of these Senate races? Who does the KKK hate the most? Jews and Blacks. There is a Jewish man, John Ossoff, and a Black man that are getting ready to clinch the Senate seats in Georgia. If y'all don't think them Confederate bodies aren't rolling over in the cemeteries all over Savannah, they are rolling. Listen, they probably done caught fire. They done caught fire, y'all. You know they have. You know they done caught fire. There is some significance in this, and there is some divine significance. And next week, I'm going to have spiritual leaders from hopefully from a Christian church, as well as the Nation of Islam. And I want to talk about what this means spiritually, because whether or not you guys believe it or even understand it, politics is spiritual warfare, y'all. It just is. It just is. It's spiritual warfare. You know, we can't deny it. I'm gonna get this Paula White video up for y'all, because you know you need to see it now. You know, you got to see it. You got to see it. You got to see it. Hold on a second. Let me get back to my life. Just a second. So y'all can see this video. I want to show you guys. Listen, here's where I'm moving on to now. Now that we know that there's some significance in this thing, Paula White. What do y'all think about Paula White? Did you guys see that? Did y'all see that prayer? Did y'all see that prayer? Who's seen that prayer? Anybody commenting to see that prayer, that Paula White prayer? I'm gonna show it tonight. I can't stop showing it. I'm going to say this. Now, everyone knows I'm more spiritual. I'm not a very religious person, but Paula White called on African and South American angels. Let's see, we got some last. Paula White called on African and South American angels, and she prayed for Trump. Now, listen, this is going to be unpopular. You saw it. I think you were on our other show. Look, I'm going to say this. It worked, because the African angels came here and dealt the Africans a victory. But give me just a second. I'm going to get this show up for y'all. And I definitely want you to see this, because this is significant. So hold on. I'm going to get this queued up for us so that we can watch this show. But just watch this. If you haven't seen it, listen, watch this. Watch this. This is crazy. You know, she's a little nuts, but we gonna forgive her. Y'all ready? Here we go.
Strike and 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 strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. For I hear victory, 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 victory in the corridors of heaven. In the corridors of heaven, victory, 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 victory. For angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda ata ata raka teda baka sanda ata ambo osa kata rite eke banda ata rike tidi ashata. For angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of Jesus. From South America. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. They're coming here. From Africa. From South America. Angelic forces. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Angelic reinforcement. Fika hata anda ata. Ora bata rata ande eke eke manda rasata. For I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of victory. I hear the sound of victory.
Who's that guy
I
walking
hear
around?
the sound of victory. I hear 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 the sound of victory.
Okay. Y'all see her? Yeah. The ancestors were not happy with the the ancestors were not happy. Yes. Evangelica's gone wild. What? Yes. Yeah, Rosa. Did you see that? That was her prayer. That was her prayer. Listen, y'all. I want to have some religious leaders come on and talk about that. The audacity, the audacity, the audacity of her, girl, girl, hey, listen, maybe the angels, but listen. Here's what I want you guys to pay attention to, and I made a post about this on my page earlier. The audacity of these of white people to call on people of color to aid them in their conquest, right? Now, if the angels, a dear friend, is a pastor there in Savannah, says, if the angels were assigned to help the people of Africa, the audacity of you to ask them or assume that they are going to abandon the people of Africa and come to America and get involved in American things. Secondly, as racist and as much hate and vitriol that Trump has spewed, why the hell does she think the angels from Africa and South America? Listen, you're decimated, South America. So you think that they gonna come here to help the colonizers keep doing shit? You and all the South America wiped out by Europeans. Now that Europeans are occupying this stolen land, yeah, they. Let me just sip my tea. Literally, I got tea today, y'all. And she said, Shirley said, God ain't heard none of that. God ain't heard none of that. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, Pastor Leonard Small tells it like it is. But you know what? That's where I'm going. I said she called on those African angels and they showed up in Georgia, y'all. They showed up in Georgia. But this is a clear example of the privilege and the white supremacist views that you would literally invoke Black and indigenous people of color, their angels, to come and aid you. The scripture says, and don't mark my word, and I'm not sure which scripture, if it's Islam or if it's Christianity, but the sins of the father shall be visited upon the children, shall be visited upon his seeds for generations, for generations. So what in the world did Paula White think? Who's this right here? What in the world did Paula White think was going to happen? Look, but whatever. So Trump is not conceding. That's all I can say. Trump is not conceding the election. He has lost his mind. I would love to hear from you in the audience. What do you think that's all about? Do you think that we are going to have an issue with Trump? He refuses to concede, and this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. In the meantime, not only is Trump not conceding, but Florida is about to expand their stand your ground laws. Can you guys believe this? Can y'all believe this? Florida is about to expand their stand your ground. Florida expands stand your ground laws, and it's bad. What are these Republican governors about to do? Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it one time. Y'all remember I was wearing this out back in the day. I was wearing this out earlier in the summer. Florida is extending is going to expand their stand your under DeSantis with an anti-mob proposal, which means he's going to put violent justice in the hands of ordinary people. Basically, his anti-mob proposal is a pro-vigilante move. We got to pay attention to this stuff, y'all. They are mad. They are angry. And things could get very, very dangerous. This is historic. This is historic. Why are these Republican governors changing their laws? And I'm going to say this. Florida has literally been hit with the same hurricane twice in the past week. Y'all see what Hurricane Eta did? Hurricane Eta rolled into Miami, tore them up a little bit, went back out into the Gulf, strengthened to a Category 1 hurricane, and then dumped a bunch of more water in the Tampa Bay area, in the Tampa area. Now, this is the third hurricane that's hit Florida because the Panhandle just got hammered about a month ago, and I can't remember the name of that hurricane, but the Panhandle got hit really, really bad. Now I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna bring this up one more time. I know y'all got tired of me talking about the Nation of Islam this past summer, but Minister Farrakhan said it. He said he asked God. He said, God, go on and judge Florida because they've been doing some dirty things. And I all I'm gonna say, Florida was the center of COVID. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that, right? Florida was the center of COVID. Now Florida has gotten hit with three hurricanes have touched down. There isn't a single part of the state, I don't think, that hasn't sustained hurricane damage. You're right. Their thought is that only Black folks. It's basically a green light to kill Black people. You're 100% right. You are 100% right. But yeah, the Florida has been hit with 3 hurricanes, y'all. Minister Louis Farrakhan said it, and he said it in his Criterion speech on July 4th. He also said China was going to be judged and pay a heavy price. He also said America's unraveling. America's unraveling, you guys. He said it, and I just keep bringing this back up because I want people to understand that there's something, there's something is going on. You live in, yeah, how'd you guys fare out there? Something is going on. But he said it, the center of gravity for COVID, 3 hurricanes have hit Florida. Florida's not doing too well, y'all. It's not doing too well. And Minister Louis Farrakhan said as much. So there's a lot going on. There is just a lot going on. The biggest thing that's going on is this. I need y'all to pay attention to this. Y'all, don't get caught slipping now. Because this right here, this is bad. Oh, whoo. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse by the moment. That's all I can say is it's getting worse by the moment. We all need to pay attention to this. Don't underestimate these people. People think that these Proud Boys and things are, are harmless. Look, it's the White House correspondent right here. Million MAGA March. Uh-oh. Let me play this for you guys. Hold on a second. Let's play it for you. Hold on one second. Let me get it back. They expect, look, this is scary. I just want to show everybody this because, we're not taking these things serious enough.
White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany said on Thursday that she expects the turnout at Saturday's Million MAGA March in support of President Trump to be, quote, quite large. The event is set to take place in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, 1 week after news networks projected that Trump had lost the presidential election to Democrat Joe Biden. Trump has refused to concede the race, and those organizing the Saturday event seem intended to bolster him. McEnany said on Fox News when asked about the event, quote, I think it's going to be quite large. From what I'm hearing, don't have an estimate for you.
Look, Million MAGA March, y'all. Million MAGA March. Uh-oh. These people are crazy. So the alt-right is moving over to the Parler app. Have y'all been paying attention to this shit? Parler. They are on Parler and they are going nuts. If you have not heard about Parler, it's a mess. It's a mess, y'all. These folks are on there now. Listen, it's kind of scaring me. There's a whole lot of stuff on there, but these folks are these folks are mounting up and they're plotting and they're planning and they're doing, a whole lot of stuff. And it's crazy. So in case you're wondering, let me see if I can share with you what this looks like in case you see this somewhere. Parler, that's it right there, y'all. All these folks are starting to move on over to the Parler app. What is Parler? Let me read it for you. In case you didn't know, just in case you didn't know, you need to be aware of that. It's a new social media platform. It's a new social media platform that the alt-right is moving over to. So Parler is an American microblogging and social networking service. It launched in 2018, and Parler has a significant user base of Trump supporters, conservatives, and Saudi nationalists. Posts on the service often contain far-right content, anti-Semitism, and conspiracy theories. Listen, y'all, it's over in July, there was over 2 million users. Over 2 million users were on Parler. Right now, it's over 3 million. I snuck in and looked on over there, and listen, it's a hotbed of hate. So this is but that's good news for the Black Trump supporters, because if you don't feel loved on Facebook and you're feeling out of sorts on Twitter, go on over there to Parler. Go to Parler. Go on over there to Parler, and you will find all the alt-right crazies, MAGA hat wearing, t-shirt wearing. You know, you can it's a tear. You can find it's a Klan rally. Go on over there to Parler, and you can find all of your buddies. You can find everybody. I'm trying to get you guys' comments up. You can find all of your buddies over on Parler, but Parler is becoming an issue. They are mobilizing, and no one knows why. The Proud Boys are on there, and if you don't know anything about the Proud Boys, they call themselves a chauvinistic group, a chauvinist group of white men who are armed and not afraid to defend the country. But Parler is a hotbed. It is a hotbed of far-right conspiracy theories. All the QAnons are on Parler. All of the conservative governors are on Parler. I think right now that the Republican Party is internally combusting. They're going crazy. They're in absolute turmoil. But they're over there on Parler. They're over there plotting, planning, and just spewing a whole lot of hate. Now, listen, I want you to think about this. Far-right conservatives always gravitate towards this weird foreign propaganda and ideology. Let's think about it. Let's think about this now. They love neo-Nazis. That's foreign. Or is it? Is it? You want to start a rumor tonight, y'all? They love they love neo-Nazis. They love them. Yeah, the GOP is in danger of losing the entire system of political control. They're running scared. They are going. They're going nuts. They're going nuts, and they can organize though. They can organize well, and that is what I keep trying to tell people. I keep trying to tell people, Republicans organize well. When the most faithful voter out there is the Republican. They are going to show up at every election. We've got to have the same amount of resolve as independents, as Democrats, as whatever your party affiliation is. Right now, we just want to get the Democrats in. We just want to get the Democrats to make it even Steven. But they're going over to Parler, and they are whipping each other into a frenzy. I'm on Parler. I got a little secret down low profile on Parler. I won't tell you the name of it because I don't want to be found out. But I'm on Parler, and it's a hotbed. There's 2 Black Republican women. Have y'all seen these crazy women? I got to get these women up here for y'all. Have y'all seen these crazy broads right here? Listen here. These are some of the craziest women out there. And if y'all haven't paid attention, these broads are look at these crazy ladies. Y'all want to see these ladies? Look at these. If you guys haven't been paying attention, Fox News is abandoning the Republican Party. They cut the feed last week. Thank you for that. But look at these crazy Black women. I don't know what's wrong with our people. Have y'all seen these 2 conservative crazy ladies? Diamond and Silk. Look at that. Let me make this big for y'all. Diamond and Silk. They are on Parler, wildin' out, y'all. They done wrote a book. They talking about ditch and switch. They are going crazy. They're over there going crazy, and they got black folks, and they got a couple of East Indian folks over there just milking them for their money. They producing mini documentaries and saving them. There's a documentary out called The Trump Card. Every time I see a new documentary out, it feels like a new recruitment tool. But look at this. Let's look at these ladies' page. Look at this. And Newsmax TV. Now, everybody knows I'm working with a group called All Things Relevant Media. We're trying to build a black media conglomerate, but so are these crazy Republicans. Newsmax TV is the latest conservative hotbed internet channel. You got Trish Regan over there, and she's over there doing her blonde hair slow motion newscast. I mean, they're talking about crazy stuff, but look at this. Look at these women. You see, look at this. Y'all see these women? Look at this. Isn't that some craziness? Y'all see that mess? I mean, they are just in love with this man. They're in love with this man. So these two black women, Diamond and Silk, are over there looking a hot mess with their glue-on weaves, talking all kind of craziness on Newsmax. Look at that. They got a whole show, Diamond and Silk. Diamond and Silk, y'all. This is black folks. This is black folks. Somebody said zirconia and polyester are they new names. They are going crazy, but listen, it's still some black folks out there. I saw a lot of black folks that are in, the spiritual and woke community. They real sad about Trump losing. They real sad. She said they're gonna be killed first. I don't know what black folks think they're gonna do with the party of hate, with the party that supports white supremacists. What do y'all think y'all gonna do with these people? You think they're gonna throw you a bone? They're gonna throw you a bone? Then they're gonna let you in the house? Master gonna let you come in out the rain? Come on now, black folks. Come on, listen. Guess what my new motto is for the remainder of 2020? I don't argue with people Harriet Tubman would have shot. I'm not arguing with those Negroes. Don't let them have them. They're gonna need some lapdogs. Let them have them. If you're still rolling with Trump, and first of all, if you still black and you rolling with Trump, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Beulah, yep, Beulah and Mammy. That's exactly what they look like. It's a caricature. The second thing is, oh Lordy, let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it. QAnon has died. QAnon is crickets. So I go in and look because I want to see where folks is going. Y'all don't be watching these white folks. I keep my eye on them. I don't take my eye off on them. I don't take my eye off racists and crazy people. Y'all turn y'all back and y'all happy that y'all won and they getting ready to cock the gun. Please listen. I'm like Jim Rome. Only the paranoid survive. I don't trust these people. You better get you a sneaky profile on Parler and go see what the hell is going on over there. They over there plotting and planning. You better be aware. Don't y'all get caught slipping. That's the one thing about Democrats. We get one win and then we just stop working. We just stop looking. You better pay attention to these people. They don't mean us any good. Yes, Fox fired them crazy ladies. They showed it. They don't mean us any good. I'm not saying have a spirit of fear. I'm not. I'm saying have a spirit of diligence. Don't be gullible enough to be asleep. These people will slit your throats. That's what we got in this mess in the previous 4 years. Not paying attention. Sleep at the wheel. We get one win and then we sit down. Oh, they're not going to. Y'all keep, I keep, listen. Don't you underestimate these people. Let me change this caption, but QAnon is crickets, y'all. Y'all know I was following, I had the 8chan channel saved because I want to see what the hell they doing. I wanted to see what the heck they were doing. I did. But this is going to be my parting word for everyone. Don't sleep on the racist crazies. Don't do it. I'm not saying be afraid. I'm not. Because I ain't afraid of them. But they not about to catch me slipping. I'm not going to keep saying, oh, they not going to do nothing. And listen, tell that to the 3 people. Tell that to the 2 men that got killed by Rittenhouse. With the kid with the assault rifle who came and killed 2 people at a peaceful march. They not going to do nothing. Shit. They've been shooting up schools for the past since 1997. Columbine was in 1997. Middle class white boys been shooting up schools since then. Are you guys hearing me? Are y'all hearing me? They've been shooting up schools for 20 years, y'all. That's it. They've been y'all stop sitting in the comfort of your home talking about they not gonna do nothing. People are dead. You understand that? People've been murdered because they do something. They've been doing something. So stop having so much hubris and thinking that these crazy white supremacists, they ran people over in Charlottesville, Virginia. Killed a white woman. They killing white folks. You think they're gonna hesitate to kill some black folks? They hunting Ahmaud Arbery. They hunted him and murdered him. Stop saying shit like that. I'm not saying be afraid, but I'm saying don't you be so ignorant to think that they are not going to do something. Because that is how we get got. It always comes in the night. A thief comes in the night now, y'all. A thief comes in the night. A thief comes in the night. So what next? What do you think our country is headed to now? Is this divine providence? Is America in its final stages of democracy? What do you think is going on? How will Biden and Kamala Harris, first Black woman of color VP, how will Biden and Kamala Harris fix our country? We are in the most debt ever. Do y'all know that? Y'all know we're in the most debt we've ever been in? We're in the most debt that we have ever been in. And just, don't underestimate these people. Don't underestimate these people. But I want to leave you all with just a beautiful picture because, because you deserve it. Oh, get all this down. Because you deserve it. Because you deserve to see our future vice president in a beautiful picture on my show. I'm so excited, so happy that I'm able to talk about a Black woman. And I don't come on here talking about she ain't Black. Listen, if you think that Jamaicans ain't Black, then you need to go back and take high school history. But what does it mean for us going forward as a nation? Are we in biblical times? Are these biblical times? Yeah, we need to be prepared. And yes, he who knows and knows what he knows is wise. I like that, Tanya Howard Hall. I like that. And that's it. Keep a weapon in your car and on your person and in your house. Let's not underestimate the enemy. People driven with a demonic rage to want to answer their frustrations with murder. See, they can't cope. They either commit suicide or they commit murder. That's how they roll. That's how they roll. All because they can't accept and they have no tolerance for other people and other cultures. It's a xenophobic fear that they are becoming It's a xenophobic fear that they're becoming obsolete. Listen, this is animalistic. This is animalistic at its core. It is animalistic. They are fighting for survival, and this is the wild. So before you discount everything that's going on right now, I want you to pay attention to this. It's not that Trump hasn't conceded because he hasn't said it. It's what he's not saying. These people are taking verbal cues and nonverbal cues. He told them to stand up and stand by. And now he's not saying it. He's firing the National Defense Secretary. Listen, these are dictator moves. Until that man is out of the White House, I don't put nothing past these people. I don't put anything past these people. You shouldn't either. You be a fool to do it. You be a fool to do it. Name one time in history these white supremacists and racists. Name one time in history America has kept her word. I'll wait. Name one era in history when a Black and Indigenous community of color wasn't being annihilated. Ask the Native Americans. Y'all done forgot all about Standing Rock. You know, they just took those people's land and contaminated their water. Y'all ain't paid attention to them no more. Have you forgot all about them? They dug up their burial ground. This happened under Trump, y'all. He's still tearing up the indigenous people of this land. This isn't ancient history. This is now. So don't be a fool all your life and think that this country is ever going to do right by people of color. You better stay at the ready 24/7. Don't you be afraid. Be ready. This is not about being afraid. This is about being ready. Don't y'all sleep on these racists, y'all. Don't y'all sleep on these racist crazies. In the meantime, if you don't have a weapon, get one. If you're married, if you got a girlfriend, your baby mamas, your side chick, men, arm them up. Arm them up. Teach your daughters. Get your daughters off TikTok and off Instagram. Instagram modeling ain't gonna save them, y'all. But teaching them how to protect themselves, use a weapon, and have a plan in place for your family. If you live in an affluent Black neighborhood, a predominantly Black neighborhood, the affluent Black neighborhoods especially, get your ring, get your home security system, but get ready and stay ready. We are not out of the woods yet. And I'm not trying to be a fear monger. I'm trying to teach my people something, because as soon as we turn our backs on all these people, you know, they acting a fool. They acting a fool, y'all. In the meantime, I want you to stay safe. If you in Georgia, get ready to hit the polls on January 5th. Also, I'm going to start broadcasting exclusively on All Things Relevant Media Facebook page. So just get ready to start tuning in over there. If you're tuning in from my personal profile page today, just start getting ready to tune in on All Things Relevant Media. Hey, we're trying to build something amazing over there. We're trying to own Black media. We're trying to own Black media, y'all. I'm Air Scott. I love you. God bless you all. Hey, and good night.